Hello and welcome to the Destroy Manila podcast with me, Carl, and JC. With us today is the Flyweight Interim champ of one championship, Geje Gravity Eustaquio, straight from Baguio. Hello, sir. Welcome.
Hi.
You're welcome.
Uh, thank thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah. And thank you for allowing us to do this interview with you.
You're always welcome. It's my pleasure.
So, first question, sir. How are you? What have you been doing since you won the championship against Akhmetov?
After the championship, I've been to a lot of media tours, and I've been into local and some kind of national uh, programs wherein I go to speak in front of these kids to inspire them. At the same time, take this opportunity to let them know that the word impossible is not existing, that they can be also like me, they can also be world champions in their own ways. And then of course I always train and I'm the interim champ, but still I'm so much hungry to get more belts and compete globally.
Interesting. Are you saying, Champ, na if given the opportunity after you get to Adriano, you'd be welcome to do to try to claim another belt just like Martin Nguyen did?
Yes, it's actually the trend now. Once you get your belt on your division, they sometimes go to another division. But for me, uh, if given the chance, I can go bantamweight and I can also go down to strawweight. But as of now, I the really focus of mine is to get unify the belt and defend it many times.
What are your feelings on Champ? Because me and JC, we talked about what was happening with Reese. With Reese and supposedly si Adriano yung unang makakalaban niya. And then si Gianni because he got injured. Um, what was the deal? Akala namin mag-unify kayo ng belts right after.
Yeah, they say we will unify the belt, but well, I'm also confused why.
Yes. Tell us.
Pero maybe if you will become the one championship company, there's a lot of factors to consider. That's why you have to consider the business part, you have to consider the health of the athlete, the contract of the athlete. There's a lot of things to consider. When they announced na sila ni Rhys McLaren versus Adriano Moraes, for me it's like it's okay. Aside from Adriano fought for almost like 6 months, I guess. 6 months from his last fight with Danny. He has to really defend his belt. And that time, I just competed last January. It's too close for me for that date, March 25. So it's alright with me. The thing is, I have to become ready so that when they give me the opportunity and the chance, I have to make sure I'll do my best.
Because what with what happened with Adriano pulling out from the card, parang personally I think na dapat parang you're supposed to already be the champion, the official, kasi hindi niya ma-defend yung title niya eh.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Uh,
Yes.
regarding the defense, they will have at least, I think, a year. If he cannot really defend his title for a year, they will. strap him out of his belt, and maybe that's the time the interim champion and of course the one online or another contender will fight for the undisputed.
Kasi with how it looks like, yung nangyari kay Reese and kay Gianni Suba was, yung nanalo daw sa kanila is gonna be the number one contender for the belt. Eh, ikaw dapat
Yes,
yun.
Yeah, is he going to fight you, si Reese now, or okay?
they said he will fight me, and now, as for now, Adriano is having a MCL, which is a long-term injury.
Ah,
Let's pray he will recover it fast. So for now, I will be defending his belt.
Well, that's good to hear at least na may kalinawan na doon. You said okay lang sa'yo. For me, that's such a refreshing parang reaction from somebody who already like battled it out, di ba? Parang, oy, that's such a generous sentiment. And I think me and JC were really talking about this. Parang across the board, Team Lakay is not only known for such strong MMA, but also for this kind of um, humility.
Yes, guys, I did my best. You saw me how I grew up in this sport. There are a
Yes.
lot of frustration, there are a lot of defeats I've been through, and I was there on the top. The thing is, this attitude makes me to become the interim world champion. And now that I am a world champion, interim world champion, I cannot let go of this attitude and keep chasing that belt. If that belt belongs to me, it will fall in God's time. That's how we believe in Team Lakay. So, for now, if they say Chris McLaren will challenge the champion, then let them go. Anyway, I will fight the champion in God's time.
sobrang nakakabilib lang kasi I mean if ibang champions yan, ibang interim champions yan, palagi ko iba yung reaction nila kasi parang nabaliwala
Especially,
yung yeah.
especially, especially sa UFC, di ba? You can see like the interim champs, like they're fighting with Dana White, stuff like that. Um, can you take us back ng konti, Gehe? We hear you got started some martial arts because of your idol, si Bruce Lee. What movies ba yon talaga when you were growing up?
When I grew up, I used to watch Jackie Chan, I used to watch Bruce Lee, martial arts. Then now, I like their actions. I used to imitate them, how they move. Then here comes this martial arts show in our place, kickboxing match. It's actually they used to say Baguio City was like a little Thailand before because every week there's a fight. It's a kickboxing or boxing. Watch and watch. Then it sparks. It sparks. Then I go and visit the gym, and where it all started.
Anong age ka nun, Gehe? Teen ka na or either earlier pa?
I was 14 years old when I started martial arts.
Good age pa yan to grow big in martial arts. So solid din talaga yung background mo for martial arts. And it shows.
Yeah. Thank you, Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan.
It took me, actually, guys, it took me for half of my life.
Mhm.
It's all worth it naman, I'm sure.
Along the road, there are I'm happy.
Speaking of ups and downs, yung first with Kairat and even before that, there was there were things with your grappling and wrestling that you had to work on. Can you talk to
Yes.
us about that? Yung ba yung pinakamahirap since you came from a striking background, your national wushu team?
No, for me, wrestling is not about the jiu-jitsu, but sometimes for me, it's how I learn my game plan.
Mm-hmm.
They
What was
usually
hard?
say I'm bad in grappling, I'm bad in jiu-jitsu, but the question is, it's not actually like that.
Mhm.
I believe I have a good grappling, I have a good wrestling. It's just that my game plan, almost all of my game plan is to put, of course, the fight on my strong part, which is the striking. Uh, I have been submitted twice in my whole career, and those who have submitted me are all BJJ black belts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I also competed in my MMA debut with a Brazilian world champion, which
Mm-hmm.
is currently the strawweight world champion of one championship by now. And I have defeated him, which means I also have a good. But sometimes, but sometimes things, we call it game plan
Mm-hmm.
in mixed martial arts. That's really that you have to put the fight on a place where you are strong. If you're going to face a grappler,
Mhm.
of course, you don't play with this game. If
Right.
you will play with a wrestler, you don't play with the wrestler. Let him play on your strong part. That's how I understand. So for the past defeats that I've been through, we I and my team check it out, and then we had the wrong plan. Uh, we we did not study it well. We did not focus on the attempts of the opponent. So the last time, the moment we fought with Kairat the second time around, we really focused on the mistakes we've done for the first time.
How long does it take, champ, to like, uh, there, because it's one thing to make a game plan, and it's another to execute it, di ba? How long for you? Oh, because personally, I've known fighters who like need 3 months bago nila maramdaman na, oy, okay na ako. I know the game plan. I don't just know about it. I can execute it even when I'm tired. For you, how long does it take, and anong mga specific na obstacles that you face during your like memorization of the game plan?
For me, in Team Lakay, we actually do a 2 months full camp,
Mhm.
full training camp. It's 2 months. And then the game plan, we always do it every day. We
Mhm.
always do it every day until here comes what we call in martial arts as muscle memory.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You don't need to think, but it really comes out. It's already an instinct. We call it instinct. But 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 for me, I don't just prepare one game plan. I always have three plans every time I step inside the
Okay.
cage. I always have three game plans. If plan A did not work, I go plan B. If plan B did not work, I still have plan C.
That seems really hard to
Yeah.
parang hirap.
But of course, I we always focus on plan A. We always focus on plan A, then we move to plan B, and actually plan C, I train it on myself.
Mhm.
Do you mean you do it parang when you're resting? Like when you're supposed to be resting, you do plan C?
No, no. We in the training we have warm up. We have
Mhm.
the After warm up we go to training proper, which is that's where you develop plan A
Mhm.
and plan B, and we have cool down. You know, wherein after the training you can do everything you like.
Mhm.
So that's where we do plan C.
Mhm. And maybe. let's just go back a bit dun sa pag-prepare for fights. You said,
Mm.
in Team Lakay, you said you need at least 2 months for a full camp para mag-prepare sa isang fight. Does that mean you only usually just train pag may laban, or has it changed through the years na even if there's no fight upcoming, nagtitrain pa rin kayo ng dire-diretso?
Uh, in Team Lakay, we really do it professional. It's our daily job.
Mhm.
If we have a training camp, we train twice a day. Without training camp or during off season, we still train once a day.
Wow.
But of course, we also have cross trainings.
Yeah, you mentioned mag-mountain bike ka madalas, no? Okay.
We do mountain bike for cardio. We also go dirt bike. I also go dirt bike for balance. I go swimming. There's a lot.
Mhm. And
And
I've seen photos of Team Lakay na nagtitrain sa Club de Jiu-Jitsu ni Prof. John Bailon. Part ka,
Yes,
sumasama ka din ba sa training niya?
yes. There was a time
Mhm.
that pupunta sana kami pero I was divorced. That's why hindi kami nakain. Actually, that was just
Mm.
last month. But the rest of the guys like Edwin Pulay, they're training.
they're training in the gi, ha?
Yes, John is offering with gi and no gi.
I would have loved to see that training session yung tipong kasi white belt sina yun, di ba? And then they would probably roll with the blue belts and stuff. Like
We're all white.
you're all white belts.
It's only Mark Ediva is the only purple, blue belt.
Is the only blue belt. Sorry, purple belt.
Blue.
I would have loved to see that training session because like syempre sa club de jiu-jitsu maraming purple tsaka brown. Like I would have loved to see that because they definitely underestimate the new white belts in sparring. White belt ka pala.
We're really white belts, guys.
Mhm.
It's MMA. It's MMA.
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu is different
Oo.
from
Yeah,
MMA. Really different. One contest is
Mhm.
it's true. And different when you're wearing the gi, syempre.
different. When you have something to hold on or you can have something, it's different.
Do you... Sorry, go ahead.
Actually, it's the problem with Team Lakay. The
Okay.
problem is in Baguio City, we don't have black belt jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
We don't have the good wrestlers. That's why we have to travel down to Manila to mingle with just the here in Baguio City.
Well, there's no better place to do it than with Professor John Bailon, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's one of the best.
Yeah, and such a humble person. So, can you take us back a bit, Gehe? You have a master's from the University of Cordilleras. Would you have, do you think kung hindi ka nag-MMA as a pro, would you have pursued the teaching track?
Most probably. Maybe I'm already a principal by now. High school principal.
You would have been so bored probably, right?
Yeah, yeah. I actually taught for a year,
Okay.
one school year.
Okay. How did you like it?
I like it. The teaching is fun. When you see these kids, how they grow up, how they learn stuff. But the thing I don't like with teaching is the time.
Mhm.
They they really grab your time.
Grades and paperwork.
Yeah, paperwork and all this stuff. You have to be in the school 5 o'clock in the morning, prepared. You have to be in the school by 7:30. Then you will leave the campus by 5 p.m. Go home, do paperwork, maybe sleep by 8 or 9 or 10 in the evening. So that would be your life.
Walang training talaga, walang space.
It goes there from time to time, Monday to Friday. You have Saturday and Sundays, but sometimes your friends are not available during Sundays and Saturdays. So I thought if maybe I can do the things like martial arts when I reach 40. I can still kick when I reach 40.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like Dan Henderson.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. So I I I try to convert my skill in teaching. Like, okay, I have my degree in teaching. I have my master's degree in teaching. So I go to the gym. I teach in the gym. The gym is just the same. It's
Yeah.
teaching. But the good thing with the gym is it doesn't have paperwork, and I don't have to stay on the gym from 7:30 to 5 p.m. Right, guys? So I
Yeah.
believe it's a better decision. Of
Yes.
course, of course.
But you still like teaching the kids in that way, no?
I love teaching.
Especially since may children's program nga pala kayo sa Lakay.
Yes, yes, yes. You know, in Team Lakay, we do like uh, students who cannot afford college.
Oh.
We train them. We gave them scholarship,
Oh.
Wow.
and then they finish their degree. A lot of
Wow.
them.
Wow.
Yes, like one example is
Mhm.
Jerry. Who's this? Stephen Loman, world
Oh,
champion. He's a product of that.
wow.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Of the scholarship, the Lakay scholarship. Nice.
A lot of them. A lot of them. Even me, I'm a product of that cycle.
Oh.
That's why we have to keep it running.
That's such a charitable and generous program.
Good for the community.
So yeah, exactly. We wanted to ask you that. The community in Baguio and in the Cordilleras in general, seems to be very behind you guys. There's already ano yun, JC? There's recently we saw the Cordillera MMA Network. Is that a collection of gyms sa area?
I guess they are the supporters of
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
martial artists of Cordillera.
Um, just to continue. Um, we were talking beforehand about that the I guess it was an old rule that just kind of surfaced right now because there was a match recently na overturn into a DQ. Um, you said na meron na nung rule na yon ever since. And can you just describe for us yung rule na yon? Ano uli yung specific ano niya, bawal yung suplex na pro wrestling. Yeah.
The ruling na ini-introduce sa amin, actually, it's actually given on the rules briefing. We
Mhm.
have a fighters rules briefing, and then yun yung sinasabi nilang pile driving.
Oh.
Mm.
If you pile drive your opponent, it's automatic disqualified.
Ah.
Mhm.
You cannot do that in mixed martial arts because in one championship because of course it's very dangerous and it might result into paralysis sa opponent mo.
Yeah.
And as much as possible, we don't want that to happen in any mixed martial arts organization. We really don't like that to happen
Mhm.
because one championship, the main priority, safety.
Mhm.
So when you do that, they really give you the decision of disqualification. Then the last time, the fight between Kritsada and Rabin,
Yeah, and Rabi.
sinuplex niya si Rabin to the point na nagland kasi si Rabin dun sa ulo niya
Mm.
Yeah.
or dun sa may spine. And
Mhm.
then they review it and then yun, it ended up na talagang DQ siya.
Mhm.
If
Pero
you're going to
So,
watch the angle, if you're going to
mhm.
watch the angle dun sa suplex, it's actually really a pile driving
yeah,
position.
parang
Yes, it was. The back of the neck and parang until yung top of his head sa back almost, yung nape, yung batok, hit the canvas. So, you're saying it was in place when you fought nung January,
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
but not before that.
It was also placed before that. It's
Because
been a rule for since the start.
Ah, okay. Since the start na siya. Hindi siya new rule. It's been there. It just hasn't surfaced until now because nobody's actually done it. Okay. Um, what I wanted to ask you, Isapa, was how do you relax, champ? Is there anything like aside from athletics that you do on your off day? Or what do you do?
I
What do
work
you do?
businesses.
Oh yeah, you have businesses. Can you tell us about that, please?
I buy and sell cars. I buy and sell cars, and I have like a small shop for tires.
For repairs.
Yes, yes, tire repairs, where they can come, they can buy their tires, or where they can have a service of their tires. It's just a small shop.
Any other businesses? So that's hindi naman siya ano, car tire service ano siya, business and a buy and sell used car business. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
How do you find the time to manage all that when you're training, or do you have people na rin ano?
Yeah, yeah. I have people like the tire shops. I have my dad. I just do the orders. He do the management. And then
That's great.
the
Mm.
cars. I have my younger brother to do the repairs.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay, so it's
I go and find old cars, second-hand
okay.
cars. I try to buy them in a cheap price and restore them and resell them.
Nice. Wala namang specialty like vintage cars or anything like that.
Uh, I what I want is diesel cars with
Oh,
4x4 cars.
nice. Uh, so you're set for like even after MMA, you're all set. That's such an amazing thing. We were talking to Martin Nguyen last year, I think, and he also has a full time job in ano din in the auto industry. He's a mechanic. Yeah. So he's a full time mechanic, and then he still trains full time then. So it's just amazing that you have several businesses and you're a champion. It's such an testament to the kind of at the very least yung time management, di ba?
Yes, yes. That's why they say martial artists are superheroes.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. It's just it's but it's true though. It's like there's only a few hours per day that we can like have before you give out your body gives out, diba? And then for you guys to accomplish so many things, it's just amazing. Uh, can you tell us? Oh, no problem. We're really in awe, especially of Team Lakay. Can you tell us where do you guys see yourself in the development of MMA in Asia? Since I've heard there are a lot of people na rin coming to train over there. Recently there was an Italian guy who came to train over there. And then kasi bumaba din siya dito, nakitrain siya sa amin. Um, yeah, do you feel that there is a growing role not only for Team Lakay but especially for you to be a role model not only for Filipino children but for Southeast Asians in general?
Yeah, it's a tough responsibility. Like Spider-Man always says, great power comes great responsibility. But for me, we are enjoying what we are doing, and we believe if you enjoy what you do, nothing is hard. Uh, in the future, I I believe Team Lakay will grow up. It will become big. And of course, in our part, we have to educate each and everyone, this young one, to follow our footsteps and always keep the cycle going. Keep the cycle going.
Wow, words of wisdom from the champ himself. Um,
Thank you, bro.
can we go back a bit to the no pile driving bit? We talked about this previously na, but for the record, can you comment on the one that Christian Lee did on Kotetsu Boku? Because there's a fine line, I think, no, na sa nanonood na parang officials. What is pile driving and what is not?
Uh,
You saw that fight naman, di ba?
yeah, yeah. The difference is the angle and how they land their opponent. That's how I look at it. On the case of Boku, he landed, I guess, on his shoulders, not on the back of his head or not on his spine. That's how I look at it.
So it was just a difference of parang ilang, just a few
Yes.
inches in like impact point because yung kay Kritsada, it was totally the back of the head,
Yes,
the
yes.
base of the spine. Yeah.
Mhm. And one thing I guess is maybe sa height difference siguro kasi. You
Ah,
know,
okay. Yeah.
Rabin is a bit smaller
Yeah.
compared to Kritsada. That's why yung holding ni Kritsada sa kanya is masyadong mababa. But if,
Mm,
if if it's only they have on the same height, I believe it will not happen, I guess.
so it's a mismatch in height then. So the handling, yeah.
Because if you're going to analyze their fight, yung pag-lift niya kay ano, maybe wala siyang intention na i-pile drive siya.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, due to lack of height ni Rabin, nag-end talaga siya dun sa ulo niya.
Mhm.
And it's a very good thing with one championship that they review it,
Mhm.
then they have the credibility, and of course, they have the dignity na i-reverse despite na Kritsada is from Thailand and the event happened in Thailand, and despite na inaward na nila yung winning kay Kritsada.
Oh, yeah. That's a good thing.
If you're going to analyze, it's a very, if you will be one championship, it's easier if you will not repeat it, right?
Yeah. Parang it's easier to just do it like, okay, yun na yun eh.
Of the story, cut na, di ba? Pero,
Speaking
well,
pa na.
they really stand on their commitment with their athletes. They review it and they have the guts to review. If
Exactly.
Right.
if it happens in UFC, I don't know if
Yeah.
they can reverse it.
Es- That's right. Especially since like uh I'm sure you've had your history with local promotions, 'di ba? Eh, parang pag nangyari dito sa atin 'yun,
Yes, most likely hindi mangyayari, parang
Malabo na.
ganun.
yun na yun. Yun na yun. Parang you have a DQ on your record and that's it. Okay, thank you for that. That clarifies a lot of things because people have been asking us and thinking that this is a new rule. It's not. It's been there since the start, and it's only surfaced now because the pile driving was so prominent. And you said nga it's hard to adjust because Rabin is significantly smaller than Kritsada, di ba? Okay, cool, cool. That really clarifies and verifies a lot of the things na people have been asking us, and that's coming from the champ. So you know it's real. Thank you so much, Gehe. Is there anybody you'd like to thank before we go? Is there are there? Can you give a shout out to your fans then who have, especially after your win? people have just been asking about you and praising you. Would you like to give them a shout out?
Yes, first, I would like to say thank you, JC, and thank you, Carl, for the opportunity that you have given to me. And I love talking to your show. I also want to say thank you to all the people who were on my back since day one. I wouldn't be a world champion without you guys. And of course, to all Filipinos who always support me and who believe that I can be a world champion. And now we are already a world champion. And as I always say, this belt is not mine, but it's ours. This is our pride. This is our pride. Thank you very much. And I would like also to encourage everyone that they should not believe the word impossible because it's actually just a reason.
To motivate people. Uh,
Thank you very much.
Speaking of which, Gehe, one last pahabol. Can you give some advice to people who are asking us and who look up to you? Ano yung magandang advice for uh, rookie MMA fighters just starting out who would like to become world champions?
Uh, you have to decide as early as now if you really want to become a world champion. And when you decided to become a world champion, you have to believe that again, impossible is not a word. It's actually just a reason. And you have to back that belief with hard work. Everything in this world is hard. Everything in this world is hard. There's no such thing as instant. If you want to become an engineer, instant engineer, there's no way. If you want to become a lawyer, there's no such thing as instant lawyer. Everything has to do with hard work. You want to become a world champion, you have to back it up with hard work. And of course, you have to believe you will soon become a world champion.
Awesome. Thank you for that advice and words of wisdom. That was the interim flyweight champ of one championship, Gehe Gravity Eustaquio. Peace out, sir. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much, Carl.
This is the Destroy Manila podcast.